there was a Freedom Works, immigration reform, and several of you attended that on July 9th. So that kept us busy through the first half of July. At the end of July, we had our second annual national balloon races. This is about the third or fourth year we've had a booth out at the balloon races. And what we do is pander to people to get them to come on in and see what we have to offer to them. And we use a little bait. We use a sign up for winning a $150 gas card. And we had 148 new members sign up out at the balloon races this year. I think we had more than that last year, but it was still a good crowd and good response. And this is our family, well-deserving family that won the gas card for the night. That led us into August. A month ago, we were to have David Simpson come and talk to us, speak to us about the 83rd legislature, and he was unable to make it because he had been called back by the governor. So thank you to Cindy again. She was able to quickly transform that meeting into one where we have a representative from Senator Cruz's office. Jason Wright came and spoke to us. Probably had one of our largest crowds in here last month with Jason. And that was quite a meeting. And we want to thank you once again for showing up to the meetings and participating. It's really important that you let your elected officials know what you're thinking and what's on your mind. And then kind of capped off the end of the summer with our town hall meeting featuring Louis Gomert out at the Reserve. I want to thank those individuals who anonymously contributed to that ad that was just displayed. We had about 250 in attendance at that meeting. And Congressman Gomert, he spoke for about 45 minutes, and then he answered your questions for nearly 2 hours afterwards. And that was just, we want to thank the folks at the Reserve for allowing us to meet there. It was a very good venue for the crowd that we had. And even after he answered questions, he mingled with the crowd and answered some more questions people had. Then August 23rd, we had a Freedom Works meeting that was held in Tyler, and we had 4 people that I know of that attended that. Stacy, Kelly, Hobart, and Cindy went. The Freedom Works has prepared a Come and Take It program to counter the left's Battleground Texas. That Battleground Texas, Cindy will speak on just a little bit more, but that's something everyone in this room needs to know about. It's, I won't divulge any more. I'll let Cindy run with that. So that brings us up to tonight. We'll have our speaker, David Willard, in just a few moments. Cindy will make a few announcements after I'm through here. But our next month's meeting will be David Simpson. We were able to reschedule him. He'll be back to present the results of the 83rd legislature. And then our November meeting will be Dr. Terry Gerber. Is she, right? Yeah, she is going to be speaking on the Obamacare issues. And then our December meeting is yet to be announced. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Cindy, and she'll discuss her agenda items.
Thank you, Art. Good evening. Thank you all for coming tonight. Art mentioned this in his presentation, but I personally want to thank everybody that helped at the Louis Gomert Town Hall meeting. We had a really good turnout. Everybody was so gracious to help. So I really appreciate it. Without y'all's help, this group would not be able to move forward. So I thank you all very, very much. You all, I've made a lot of friends through this group, and you all are always there when I call and ask for help. So I really appreciate that. Can y'all hear me okay? Am I speaking loud enough? Okay. First, I want to also, you probably noticed it already, but we are having a book signing. Mr. Donald Knupp who is in the back there, and he has a table out there. Please take time to look at his book. It's a really good read. I think you'll enjoy it, and he'll answer your questions. We also have the proposed Texas constitutional amendments out in the back for y'all to pick up and take a copy home. And if we run out of copies, they are posted on our website. And I will be sending this out in a newsletter also again, so y'all will get that information. David Simpson was kind enough to spell all this out for us, and after each proposition, he put down how he voted for these. Now, this is not to tell you how to vote, but it's a good idea so you can just see how he voted, and you can read the amendments and make your own decisions. It's really important to be educated on these issues, and please vote. As Art had mentioned, FreedomWorks has come out with a program called Come and Take It. It is to counter the left's Battleground Texas. In just a few minutes, I'm going to show you a video that they made from Battleground Texas. Their plan is to turn Texas into a swing state and then turn it blue. And if you think that cannot be done, just look at what they did to Colorado. Colorado was a completely red state. Within a matter of 4 or 5 years, they turned it completely blue. And let's not forget that state just they just legalized marijuana use. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not ready to let Texas go. So, as I get more information on Battleground Texas, Stacy in the back, who's nice enough to work our computer, she's like my point man on this. She's going to keep me informed, and in turn, I will keep you informed on what's going on with Battleground Texas. We've really got to stay informed on this. This is going to be all over Texas. They're going to work through Tea Party groups, individuals all across Texas, and we're going to fight this. And I'm going to have all the information up on our website. There's information out in the lobby for y'all to take, but we will also have it up on the website with a special button to just, click on, and it'll take you to the page where you can get on their websites and sign up and anything you need. And I think that's all I'm going to say about that. Just also like to, we're going to show video, and then I'll introduce our speaker. Just pay attention to this Battleground Texas and what they plan on doing with Texas.
Jeremy Bird. Many of you might remember me as the National Field Director for Obama's re-election campaign. I wanted to speak to you quickly about an exciting new movement that launched this week. It's called Battleground Texas. It's an exciting new movement to help turn Texas into a battleground state. As we saw in 2012, America is changing. Last November, Barack Obama received record support from key minority communities, and as the campaign's field director, I saw firsthand how our work to expand the electorate and bring groups from all walks of life into the democratic process literally changed the face of politics in this country. And after our successes in expanding the electorate and engaging a historic grassroots effort, the question many of you out there might be asking is, where do we go from here? Well, one of the answers to that is Texas, a state at a political crossroads. With its size and its diversity, Texas has the potential to be a leading state, a state that sets the tone on the policy issues of our day, as well as serving as an economic driver for the nation. And with 38 electoral votes at stake, Texas could virtually remake the presidential campaign map. But the current political landscape in the state is keeping Texas and its residents from meeting its promise and being relevant at a national level. That's why we started this movement called Battleground Texas. It's united by the basic belief that when our values are represented by our elected leaders, we all win. That's why over the next several years, in every single community, in every single neighborhood, our team of volunteers and organizers will be knocking on doors, registering voters, and engaging Texans to make sure that they not only turn out to vote on Election Day, but they become more politically active in the day-to-day electoral process. We know how to get this done. You know how to get this done. Together we pioneered the neighborhood team organizing model, an approach which transformed organizing in presidential politics by merging a people-focused community organizing with new digital technology and cutting-edge data analytics. That blueprint helped us win even the toughest battles in 2008 and 2012. In places like Virginia, where we went into reliably red turf and turned it into a battleground. That is exactly what we're going to do in Texas. Let me share some information with you about why this is even possible. Check this out. In Texas, Latino support for Democrats has been on the rise. In 2012, President Obama received over 70% of support from Latino voters. 70%. That's extraordinary. Couple that with this. Texas has the second largest share of Latino eligible voters nationwide. As you can see, most of what you see here are blue states. Yet while the percentage of Latinos in Texas is the second highest in the nation, too many of those folks aren't currently engaged in the political process. When only 54% of Latinos are registered and only 35% turn out on Election Day, this leads to a government for half the people, by half the people, not a government representing all Texans. We must and we will change that. And it's not just Latinos. Get this. In Texas, fully 56% of the state's population is Latino, Asian American, African American, or another minority group that overwhelmingly supported the president. Yet we're not seeing anything close to that kind of diversity reflected in the people who represent Texans in public office. But there's more. At the same time, while we've been working hard to engage women voters in Texas, women voters in the Lone Star State supported Obama by just 47% in 2008. Far fewer than the 55% nationwide that supported the president in both 2008 and 2012. We can and we will do much better than that. Look, we know change in Texas won't happen overnight. We know that turning a state like Texas into a battleground will take a long-term strategy and a sustained push from grassroots activists. But grassroots voices are already changing this country on a scale that was unheard of just a few years ago. And that kind of organization, that kind of local activism can also and will also change Texas. Now is the time to act. Texas is ready. We're ready. You're ready. And together we will make Texas count. Thanks for listening. Now let's get the job done.
Okay, you'll be getting a lot more information on this in the future. We will act on this because, like I said, we're not going to let Texas go. I just wanted to also bring it to your attention. There are donation boxes in the back, one of them being for New Heights Church. We're very honored to have our meetings here, and we're very blessed to have this beautiful facility. So if y'all would like to make a donation to New Heights, that would be greatly appreciated because, like I said, we really appreciate it. I'm going to turn it over now to Mr. David Willard. He's the Longview City Manager, and he's going to be going over the city budget and some projects that are currently going on in the city. We've got a lot of good stuff going on. Thank you.